Damn, I got 31 people in this motherfucker. As soon as I go live. Hello, everyone. Guys, I am literally testing my connection. Jasmine, nobody cares.
Absolutely want to get to this book. That will be, it'll feel like a thriller to me, child, because I've lived this life.
Yeah.
It's always a book after someone's failed political career. It's always a book, right? So basically, she's looking for work. She's looking for a job. She don't know what she's going to do next. She's having conversations, meaning she's probably having interviews with law firms to try to get some work. So sucks for her. I just love the fact that she's not going to be in Congress anymore. She's not going to be in CNN. You know, I don't know, but it's great to see that here she is now focused on selling a book. She needs that money. Okay, listen, Congress, these people they get paid tons and tons and tons of taxpayer dollars. They get funded by lobbyists to do their bidding. Okay, a lot of things happen, and she has been running it up, spending that money like a rock star. I mean, look at her election campaign recently that she just lost. It was like a concert for a celebrity. There were fancy lights. It was a DJ. It was a spectacle. It was a lot of money. Okay. And y'all gave her money, as well as many other Democrat lobbyists gave her money as well. So her career's done. And I don't know what she's doing with these glasses. They look like two gigantic magnifying glasses. Her eyes are looking all weird and huge in those glasses. I don't know what she was thinking with that, but she ain't going to be able to buy, like, you know, a new wig every month and new glasses and a new wardrobe and all that, because the money's going to be drying up. Now she's back to being like a regular citizen like us, having to work for her money. All right. But again, this is a major victory for us. We don't have to deal with her anymore, but we also can't use her politically. We can't use her to say, look, this is what the Democrat Party has become: ghetto, ratchet, childish, out of control. I mean, this is a 40-something-year-old woman acting like a teenager in high school. So we can't use that against them anymore. But let's go ahead and hear what else she has to say.
But I definitely want to get to this book. We've had publishers that have reached out for some time, wanting me to do a book for a very long time. We also have some podcast conversations.
So, podcast. What do you think the book is called? The Diary of a Mad Black Woman? The Chronicles of the Ghetto Caucus. What do you think the book's gonna be called? Y'all put that in the comment section below. Now, please take a second to hit that like button, and if you're new here, please subscribe to the channel so you can check out reaction videos to more political nonsense buffoonery just like this.
We'll be engaging in. We'll see about political commentating.
She's gonna be a YouTuber.
I would love to show up in the classroom and actually do a little professor thing here and there. The sky is the limit. We're kind of going to be doing a little bit of everything.
Yeah, the sky is the limit when you're unemployed, freshly unemployed, right? So what she's pretty much saying is that she wants the glamour, she wants the clout, she wants the fame again. So she's going to try to go be a podcaster, professional YouTuber. Here's the thing, Jasmine. Okay, it's hard work being a YouTuber. It's hard work growing a platform, maintaining a platform. Before, you had everyone else doing it for you. All you had to do was run your mouth and yap. That's all you had to do. The mainstream media put you out there. You had a whole Democratic organization that was spewing your content like crazy. They were hiring bots. I mean, if you look at the comment section in her live stream right now, you can see the bots are still there. They're still programmed to comment on this. But she's not going to be able to maintain this. Oh no, her content is going to boom for like maybe the first one or two podcasts. After that, everyone's going to be like, all right, well, this is boring. There's no content here. There's nothing to react to. It's just her being typical Jasmine Crockett. It's going to run out. It's going to run out, and the fad of it all is going to just disappear. So yeah, this isn't looking good for her, which is fine to me.
Many of you know that I have traveled this country
Oh, we know.
endlessly.
Oh, we know.
On behalf of other people, other organizations, that kind of stuff. And
On our money.
I'm still doing a little bit
dime.
of that. I am scaling back a lot because one of the things that I realized is that I've been going and going and going, and I had not been taking care of myself. But for instance, this weekend, I'll be in Chicago. I've got to do some speaking. So I will continue to speak as well.
Please don't. Please don't. Listen, I'll react to her podcast when it comes out, the Jasmine Crockett Show, or the Democracy Hour with Crockett or something. I don't know. What could you possibly call it? I'll check it out. We'll react to it. We'll see what kind of blunder it is. And who knows? Maybe she will become a big name in the political commentary space here on YouTube. Who knows? She could blow up. She could be the Democrats' number one. She could be like another Don Lemon. You know, I'm surprised he gets as many viewers as he does, but he gets a lot of viewers, man. Even though he's a criminal who likes to harass churchgoers and children who are simply trying to enjoy Starbucks and, you know, church with their families on a Sunday. Besides all that, he still gets a lot of views on YouTube. He has quite the platform. Okay, I'll give him credit on that. Jasmine Crockett and him can probably get together. The DEI podcast. I don't know. What do you think they would call that? But without the machine backing her, it's going to be hard for her. Do you think she's willing to put up the hard work? Because it's not going to make money at first. She's got to get the set together. That's going to cost a lot of money. She's got to get the people working the cameras. That means hiring crew in order to do all that. Unless she's technically savvy enough to operate things like I do, you know. But her and her age, I don't think she's going to be doing all that. She's going to hire somebody. Money is going to go real quick. And then if she ain't popping off in the first, 1 or 2 months of the show happening, it's just going to be eating money. Then, of course, she's going to have to hit up George Soros and say, hey, man, look, you want to keep the propaganda train going, you better cough up that money. So we'll see what happens. I'll definitely keep an eye on whatever she does in the future, and we'll touch on it. But in the beginning, she said that MAGA hates that she's a lawyer. I have completely forgotten that Jasmine Crockett even existed after she lost the election. After that, I haven't talked about her. I haven't even thought about Jasmine Crockett. She just kind of disappeared into the darkness and nobody cares about her. We loved using her politically as an example of how deranged and immature the Democrats have become. But other than that, okay, I don't really care. You know what? Good luck. Have fun out there. Hopefully you become a great attorney again. Make Jasmine Crockett's attorney career great again, I guess. But good luck. Best of luck to you. As long as you're not in Congress affecting my life, that's great. And as long as I don't have to listen to you every day, that's even better. Okay, so have fun. Good job. Good luck. Whatever. Best wishes to Jasmine Crockett. Don't get back into politics, please. I'm begging you. All right. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. Do you think she's going to be successful at being a podcaster, or is she going to fail? Is she just going to be working at a law firm and that's basically where her career ends? Let me know in the comment section below, right? Now, speaking of immature women in Congress, our girl Ilhan Omar, well, she made a massive mistake and she's basically screwed, all right? I have a video breaking that down and you can check out that video right here.
All right, to Operation Epic Fury, President Trump revealing his timeline to Fox News for peace talks with Iran, all while the Navy maintains its blockade of the Strait of Hormuz.
And U.S. forces have intercepted 3 Iranian oil tankers in Asian waters. They're trying to round up that so-called ghost fleet.
Lucas Tomlinson is live at the White House with the very latest. Hey, Lucas.
Good morning, Ainsley. Good morning, gentlemen. Right now, officials say the Iran war is at a standoff. The blockade remains in place. The Strait of Hormuz remains closed. President Trump says there is no expiration to the ceasefire, telling our own Martha McCallum on the phone, quote, there is no time pressure on this, that the 3 to 5 only one way in and out of the Strait of Hormuz. The U.S. Military Central Command with an update on the blockade. U.S. forces have directed 31 vessels to turn around or return to port as part of the U.S. blockade against Iran. And President Trump posting very good news. I have just been informed that the 8 women protesters who are going to be executed tonight in Iran will no longer be with oil bound for Asia, Brian.
Yep, and maybe bound for China. So that's certainly going to affect them. Lucas, thanks so much. That's what Lindsey Graham put out last night on social media. He says this blockade is going to go global, and I think that's what he's referring to. They picked up this ship Tiffany, which was en route to China, full of oil. So how have they existed all these years? Because Joe Biden looked the other way and allowed them to take their sanctioned oil on unsanctioned ships. They turn off their transponders, and these ships will go to China in many cases. And they sell their oil, they get their money, it stays offline. A lot of the transactions are done in dollars. And now we're saying, we're stopping you here, and we also know what you're up to over there.
So the question is, Ainsley, does now the Chinese and other people that are considered allies of Iran start to put pressure on them to make a deal? And I think they have to. I mean, it's going to impact them all. Not only do we have full control of the strait, but we're controlling international waters at this point, and no one wants to go against our Navy.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting because Daily, the Institute for the Study of War, they're a nonpartisan, nonprofit public policy research organization, and they have public daily updates on what's happening. And their latest one have the report of the Iranian decision-making being fragmented and in disarray. And we've been hearing from our sources that the leadership there can't agree. So when our individuals go over to Pakistan and they meet with the Iranians, the leadership there can't agree. You've got the IRGC against, other leaders that have been communicating with our team, and they can't even communicate with their supreme leader because he's in hiding and there's no communication. So they have to pass notes to get a decision from him.
Yeah, so you got the political leadership, the speaker, the president, and then you got the IRGC, which has the weapons. And it looks like the IRGC, because they have the weapons, and it doesn't seem like this supreme leader is functioning properly, they're operating with independence. Now, the former supreme leader set it up that way. He set it up that if he was killed and the government was killed, that the IRGC could break out in these little militias, essentially, and they could fire at will. So there's no one really checking them. So if you got the administration
unified proposal. To the previous question's point, you see a lot of different messaging on social media from many people.
We've heard a lot about gas prices with what's happening there. It's affecting gas prices globally, and a lot of Americans are worried about it. But the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ closed at records. Look at that. 3 green arrows up dramatically.
Yeah, earnings are strong. Let's just take a look at what the gas prices look like right now. As of yesterday, just over $4. It was higher a week ago, and then a month ago it was $3.94. And then a year ago, it was $3.17. Remember, on average, Joe Biden's per barrel was over $90.
Right.
We're getting close to the 70, and at 65 is when they don't want it to go any lower. That means he can't make any money in the oil business. But we're pumping like crazy. We're beginning to explore. We're trying to fill the gap. But right now, the American people are feeling the pinch in gas prices.
Yeah, they're saying that in this new Fox News poll, when it comes to gas prices for your family, 60% say it's a major problem.